Hi. Chiming in today to talk about foreclosures. It's a question that comes up routinely, especially in the current economic climate and the number of foreclosures, homes that are out there. There's a lot of interest in the market about it. I get the question routinely, and the exchange usually goes like this. Can you help us find a foreclosure home? Well, sure I can. Why do you want one? Well, we think we'd like to save some money and we're hoping to get a deal. Or I hear something very similar to that. So I start to do a little fact finding with the folks. Usually it's a young couple looking for a first home. They're enamored of being homeowners, which is wonderful for me. It's the business we're in, helping people achieve home ownership. And okay, do you folks have a mortgage lined up? There's no point in shopping for a home if you don't have the money to buy it. And sometimes we have to go back and get them hooked up with a mortgage lender who will steer them through that side of the transaction. And so they backtrack and take care of that. And then I say, okay, for a foreclosure, you have your down payment and $15,000 to $25,000 of working capital to get the house in condition, and that usually is a surprise. And I get well, no, we don't. We figured we could work on it as we go. So you can rent your apartment while you work on the home, and no, we can't handle both. And that's when I often say, you know, despite all the talk about bargains, foreclosures are for rich people. And that gets the ball rolling. People are surprised to hear that. Surprised to hear me say that. But the fact is, most foreclosed homes are in less than admirable condition. Face it, when somebody does not have the finances to make their mortgage payment, they're not going to find the money to do repairs, maintenance, upkeep, to care for the home inside and out the way they should. When people are going to lose their home, it becomes a greater priority to get their finances in order so they can have another place to live, or groceries, what have you. And so many foreclosure homes actually are a mess. I tell my buyers, when we go into a house, you're going to end up replacing all the floor coverings throughout the house. You're going to replace or repaint. You're going to repaint all the walls, possibly the ceilings, maybe replace kitchen cabinetry. And quite often in an older home, you're looking at a new heating and air conditioning system. And this is a lot of money. It generally takes a lot of work to make the home habitable. On top of that, we'd have to get you into a program that would allow you to buy a home that's not habitable, and most lenders won't touch them. Sometimes I take folks on the tour and they're amazed at the condition of foreclosures. They don't realize how badly a house can be torn up by somebody who's frustrated they're losing their home. So it's a sad thing when folks are looking for a deal in the wrong place. I think it's some spillover from some of the silly TV shows that show a home being bought and rehabbed and resold at a profit, all in a 30-minute time span with commercials. And I have to tell them it's not that way. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of money, and it takes a lot of planning and effort to buy and rehab homes and build equity that way. The folks that are doing it successfully are not doing it on a shoestring. They're well capitalized. They have money and credit to work with. They do not need the home to live in, so they don't need the roof over their heads. And from that standpoint, it is feasible to be profitable buying and rehabbing a home. So my word to first-time buyers, kids, get your mortgage lined up. Set aside some working capital for unforeseen issues. We can look at foreclosed homes, but don't rule out homes that are in habitable condition, well cared for, in the same marketplace. There are plenty of them out there. And if you happen to come across a foreclosed home that fits your needs, I can help you get it. I can also help you buy something that might be more suitable. I'm glad to educate you either way, spend the time with you that you need to learn your way through home buying. But bear in mind one of my favorite sayings: foreclosures are for rich people. If I can help you, give me a call.